Uh-oh, the sky is falling. It's a very abrupt ending. We have to
that's very just
move that out just a little bit. We'll redo that when we get to Austin. I think we'll do that again. That's next time we're going to see each other, right?
We got to call them. Remember we said, hey, we got something going on, but she was in Florida. They were in Florida.
She's not gonna answer my call. I almost broke the machine.
Jumped off. Because it would have spun around further. It would have went.
Maybe that's why it abrupted endly. Abrupt. Whatever. Abrupted.
Yes, all good. But yes,
abruptly ended. There we go.
The crypto market.
I'm ready.
Quite volatile.
Wow, it stops short when you kick the camera.
Yeah, that's right.
What's happening? Big news in the crypto markets.
Oh yeah,
yeah. The sky is falling,
and that's why we talked about it Wednesday. That was a big deal. I mean, that's a stable coin, and obviously the FUD, even in real world stuff, stocks and inflation, wars, all that, and then compounded by a stable token that was not so stable, Tim. It wasn't so stable. Yeah. And that, same thing, that's also goes into with DeFi. You got to understand, anybody that you start looking into it, that token with a lot of, there's a Tether, there's other DAI, there's all their stable tokens. And a lot of people feel more comfortable when you're in those, exchanges, DeFi and pairings and things like that to be, tethered to a stable coin. And you're doing those types of things in, decentralized finance. And one of those coins that's always supposed to be $1 goes down 30 to 30 cents. Big problems, Tim.
Yeah.
And it ripples because again, that's everybody. Like it's even Terra Luna, their ecosystem. Remember we were going through that. Obviously that took a crushing blow. And that's it's really not, not saying it's not their fault, but I'm just saying it's across the board. So everybody that's either somehow with it, tied to it, anything. So it's rough.
It trickles into everything else they have.
It does.
It just makes it hard for everything they've got going.
Yeah.
I know you've got the news. Someday you're going to let me do the news report, but I know you're going to share some stuff. But I noticed that even in all of this, when things are dropping, I want to say things that are flying high, the United Emirates airline announced they are taking Bitcoin.
Oh.
So talk about buying the dips. I don't know if you want to make dips with an airline analogy, but they're going to take Bitcoin. Even in all of this, they'll take their plane tickets in Bitcoin because I guess they have faith that things will come back up.
Well,
sunny skies ahead for United Emirates Airlines.
You ever seen United Emirates with their business class and first class?
Oh yeah,
that's nice.
You got to need a few Bitcoins to fly that one.
You do. Not one Bitcoin. It's just one Bitcoin, but it's nice, But yeah, about 30 grand for first class.
A few this week. Next week, when Bitcoin goes back up, then it'll be just one to fly.
It is. That's crazy. But then they'll look at further when your Bitcoin's over $1 million. You're like, look at that. I paid.
That's right.
Funny.
That's right.
But, yeah, man. It's I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, more and more, especially, you think, crypto, it's never gonna, everybody gets, you must be, because I tell people that I'm into crypto, I really like it, whatever. And this week they look at me and they were like, oh, it's so sad for you. And I was like, not really. I know that it can go up and down. I mean, that you don't want to talk to them about their IRA or whatever they got going, but I understand that these things can happen and you have to adjust accordingly and set your expectations on a reasonable level and know what you've gotten yourself into. So with all that, it doesn't bother me. And I think I've made a special, dip video, buy the dips. You can't have more chicken nuggets without having some good dips.
That's true. That's right.
So, I gotta dig that one out. That was last summer. I think I did that one.
It was because that's the last time it happened. Last May is when we had this last one, right? Well, there was one even too, I think around Christmas, around there too. So yeah,
I think it was just after September, but we had all that excitement about what was that ETH day, September 7th? something like that. ETH, triple halving or something like that
Yeah, the triple, yeah.
was happening. So that was the exciting part. That was all going to save the world, and then of course Russia had other ideas. In the springtime, it was China. Now, who's causing this one? It's like, can we blame it on Joe Biden yet?
Yeah, well, UST. That one, that's very.
That one, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I mean,
right.
and
Stable
there's
coin.
other things too. Obviously, like you said, there's all kinds of stuff going on in the world, man.
Yeah.
Rough. That's why I want to talk about volatility. This is it's very important because you should really understand. And if you could wrap your head around it, you can do
While you get started, I'm just going to throw up a couple friends here because there's a lot of people in the room. I don't want to distract you, but just going to let them say their piece. But go ahead, talk about the volatility because I know it's a little crazy this week.
It is. At first, I'm going to go through, just some of the crypto. I'm going to do the crypto fear and greed. I like that index to go through that, Tim, because we are like at an all-time low. I mean, it is. I want everybody to see the chart. And the great thing is, like I said, is when you're actually a part of something and building something, that it shouldn't even phase you, because again, we all know that this is going to be adopted. Everybody's piling in here anyway. Cryptocurrency, blockchain, Web3. All of these things, everybody's coming in. So it's not even a thing. We know because we're actually literally building things in an ecosystem to support that. So, I love the charts. I like to look at the greed and fear and stuff like that. And it is funny because it's as low as it can go, Tim.
Yeah,
it is. But let me know when you want to start or whatever. I'm just going through here.
Yeah, go right ahead. I'm just going to add. Well, if you're not going to start with that fear and greed index, but what was it? Was it this week or last week when our friend Warren Buffett said that he couldn't understand Bitcoin because he didn't know how it would be used in the future. At least some companies he invests in make things, and or gold has value. It can be you can make stuff out of it if you have it, but Bitcoin is nothing. So he doesn't understand how it has any value.
Right.
So the fear and greed index doesn't work on that for him because his famous quote is, be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. So because this greed index is it's on the fearful side, he would be buying if he understood what Bitcoin really meant.
Right.
But he doesn't want to grasp the future in that way.
He doesn't. And that's all right. I mean, you get that with a lot of in the older generation, or even just ones that don't plug in. Anything unknown, they're not gonna believe anything like that. So it's all good. No worries. There's always pioneers, right? There's always people that pile in there first. And just like last week, I did make a presentation after this. It should be kind of similar to what we did before, but I want to go over just some of this because we used to do this, Tim. Remember, I think when we were first going through there, I think there was only 7,000, 8,000 coins, right?
Right.
Yeah, and look, 13,428 tokens. It's almost, that's quite a bit, 75% increase almost, man. So that's kind of funny. But remember too, the exchanges. Oh, there we go. The exchanges about that is only 612. We were only at like 607, 606, man. And like I said, if you remember it. So
I think it was just under when we started doing this. I think it was just under 500. So maybe there's 100 more exchanges. But I mean, proportionally.
Okay,
They would rise a little slower.
It is.
Everybody needs an exchange, but there's a lot of coins and man, especially NFTs. The judge and jury show cranking out the NFT reviews. Dozens a night almost.
Yep, they're popping
come out, and I have to pick through them. But yeah.
And market cap, it's kind of popped back a little bit, gained a little bit. But the other thing that we always just look at is this dominance, right? Bitcoin dominance. That's back up to where 42 to 40, 43. That means the fear is everybody's only in Bitcoin because again they're scared. Usually, what people do, they come into Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then they start messing around in the the altcoins. But yeah, when you see it this high, usually it was getting down to 38, and then that means just kind of everybody is going through and checking it out. But I'll come back to this because this is where I'm talking about zooming out, right? I'm going to show you we're in extreme fear, right? But then yet Bitcoin's at 30,000. And I know Bitcoin was already actually at 67,000. So again, volatility here is real. It's not any kind of thing made up. But the fear and greed index, it's a chart that we
Ooh.
look at. But look at it, it's at 10, Tim. We're almost at pegged out, right? Yesterday, it's still extreme fear. 12, even 25, Tim. You're still in extreme, right?
Yeah.
But this is super duper. I mean, but here's what I like.
That's a spicy dip right there.
It's a spicy dip.
Today's fear and greed index is sponsored by Tostitos
Yes.
spicy salsa.
But I want to show you. I mean, look how. I mean, you're at the 10, man. Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't. I think it got down to 8. You know, the lowest. But when I hit max, I want to show you, man. It's kind of crazy, right? Look at this. It's this erratic, crazy behavior. But down here, whatever that was, 2019, in August, was the most extreme fear in the fives, Tim. But if you look out,
August of what? 18?
August 2019.
19. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And I mean, I was all in 2000. I don't know. I don't even remember, like I said, but in general, craziness, right? But we're there. You zoom out, and like I said, there it is. It's kind of wild. And then they go through all kinds of other stuff there. Like I said, it's a cool site, alternative.me, and they just kind of keep track of the fear, right?
Yeah.
So this is the crypto volatility site, right? And I like I said, I was just looking at this as well. They have hours during the day. So 8 p.m. is usually the most volatile, but it's also GMT, right? So 8 p.m. most volatile. 2 a.m. is usually good times, right? Just kind of going through some stuff. It's funny. Thursdays, good day. Thursdays, Tim. Fridays, rough. Everybody's going out to party, man.
That's it. You gotta. Somebody wants to go out and buy the GI Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
That's right. And it's true but the reason like I said, I like to go through that because again, we also put in the title is also zoom out, right? And I do want to look and let me make this a little bigger. But it's true. I mean, 30,000, that just only a year ago, that was good times, good stuff. But it's bouncing back because it got down to 28. But if you go to max, right? And listen, you look at this. This is no joke. I mean, you can see it's quite the dip. But you go back all the way back into, of 2013. This was a nice little hump, right? $100 for a Bitcoin, popped up to 700, 900, almost $1,000. And then, it kind of pulled back back down to 200,
Right.
Look at this one.
Yeah. What's that one?
17, right. Almost 18 grand. December 2017. This is what everybody hears. The great crash of 2017.
Yeah.
But seriously, you're in it. It's a whole different story when the rubber meets the road and you're in it, man. Right. So you're at almost 18 grand and you got Bitcoins and you're getting you're FOMOing in, and then then you get down to 8, right? Then you get down to 6. Then it comes down even further. Now you're in the 3s.
Oh, that hurt.
That's rough.
How long did that last right there?
So even just going down to here, what is that? Let's say January 2018. You started feeling a little sick.
Yeah.
So from there, all the way, you're getting down to 2000. Probably a good full year. Almost, something like that. 10 months.
Yep.
8-9 months. So rough. And then it started recovering, but still, this is all rough, man. There it goes back down, 5,000.
Yep.
Then you get into where we all came in, and here's June. This is when we all started and stuff. 9,000 and bonkers times, right? Just craziness. Up to 58,000, almost 63,000, man. Mm-hmm. Then another one, my goodness, 33, right? What we're seeing now. Back up, like schizophrenic people. Back up 67,000 bipolar, and it's just extremes, right? You got to get used to it here. The magnitude of changes here is ridiculous. And another one, I'm not going to kind of just harper on it right now. It's just Ethereum is kind of the same way. I mean, it's you go out like this, and it mirrors Bitcoin. I mean, look at this, right? $11, and then here it is, good times, right? There's that 2018, 2017 stuff, and you're at I don't even know, 1,200 of Ethereum, and now you're back down to $100, man, right? And again, 2020 is where we all started coming in, and you're around 130, 117. There you go. You're starting to get in. So this really doesn't affect us. I mean,
Ray, you go back into that 2020 section and look for, I think it was $588.
$588.
That was my first crypto purchase.
Okay.
You said go get some ETH, and we'll get you started. $588 is what I
So
paid.
December 1st, maybe, huh?
Yeah, it was right before Thanksgiving.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, somewhere around there. Yep. Yep. But that's and same thing. A lot of us, we all came in somewhere around here. But that's either or. That's what I'm saying. This is rough, like I said, but we're still way ahead, and that's what we all got to understand with crypto. And I do now. Like I said, I wanted to jump in. I got a presentation just talking about volatility in general and the psychology about it. I mean, it's a psychological thing. It's an emotional thing. This is no joke. This is real money. But I know people have investments and things in here, but let me go into this and talk about it. But crypto volatility, that's why I just did that. You really got to zoom out and kind of see where you are. Anybody in the past year that came in, you're probably not at the same level, obviously, that we did 2019, 2020. Of course, it's a little different for you, the emotions and the psychological kind of stuff. So but you got to kind of look at this. I mean, it moves quickly. Crypto is a fast-paced sport over here. But this, I had to put this in there. As the intellectual giant Big Worm used to say, right? Quit playing with my emotions, Smokey. But it's literally what's going on here is a lot of emotions, Tim. It's people when you're up in the roller coasters, it's all-time highs, and then you go down to the valleys, and you're like, kind of thinking everything's, it's the end, right? But volatility is literally the psychological and emotional reactions of the people, right? People, you and me, Tim, that are holding the assets of whatever the market is. I mean, you're talking crypto, stocks, forex, whatever you're holding, whatever those assets are. It's you, man. That volatility is people and how they react. Right now, we're in the crypto market where I just showed you. We're in extreme fear, and it's going on right now. But there are behavioral components going on at the same time, and none add up to one rational saying to themselves, one rational person saying to themselves, it's time to buy, right? This is exactly the opposite of what normal, regular day, everyday people would say. But in fact, the majority of rational people are in panic mode, rushing, for prices, and now trying to sell even more while that's what's making it go down and cascade down even more. So it's making these edges, right? These extreme parts, it's making them even greater, and it's a setup for the perfect time for you to come in like this, right? If you can, and you have the capability, and you have the I guess you say the intestinal fortitude, Tim.
Yeah.
It is. You have to think differently, right? If you want to be set up and be in a good place. You said it at the beginning. I know Warren Buffett's not a part of this or likes crypto, but what does he say, Tim? You said something about that fear.
Well, he said be fearful when people are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. So go get yourself some Bitcoin is what he's saying now, because everybody else doesn't want to touch it.
And none of this is financial advice. I was just going through,
That's right. I'll throw that banner up there. Good point. But yeah, I mean, we've spoken about this. I don't know how many times over the last 600 days that we've been on calls every night and all that kind of stuff. Generational wealth. You're accumulating these things little by little. You're not playing with your life savings. You're doing this for the future, because 5 or 10 years down the road, when adoption takes full hold, because we all know that adoption is not here. When it takes full hold and people are using this on the regular, have we talked about other people starting to use Bitcoin, other countries? We mentioned Africa, but there was somebody else that it was Germany. Did you mention Germany yet?
No, I didn't mention
Germany said that if you hold Bitcoin or Ethereum for longer than a year, there are absolutely no taxes on those gains.
Huh. Wow.
It just came out for Germany. The finance manager of Germany said, yeah, no taxes on Bitcoin or Ethereum if you hold it for longer than a year.
Well, look at
So
that.
they're making hodlers over there in
Yes.
Germany.
Yep.
I love
Good
that.
for
I
them.
love that.
Good for them. Good. Good on them. But a lot of people say, and this is what happens, is I can't handle it. Right. The outside
Right.
fear when these trading opportunities occur is often way too extreme. And when fear is too extreme, those crippling symptoms, they start popping their head up. Right. They start, and normally goes into protection mode. Everybody wants to just,
Right.
like you said, that's a different kind of huddle. They are trying to run for the exits and go into something like fiat.
Right.
And listen, I know people, that's what people do with cash. They go out that, or they go into gold, something like that. But unfortunately, many traders and investors are psychologically unable to fully take advantage of the type of opportunities that are presenting themselves. And it's a shame because, again, that fear, it grips. And then, yeah, I mean, it cascades, Tim. I mean, literally what's funny is if you look at some markets, you'll see, even when it's at the top, things even too where it's real life happening, right? Your wife might say, hey, let's remodel the house, take some of the, ETH that's at all-time highs. And that's what happens, right? Or a husband might say to the wife, I want a nice car. It's time to get a nice truck, right? Let's pull some profits. Maybe she's the one into it, right? But that's what starts happening. And then it starts cascading because then, people, the next married couple says, look, I told you should have got it at here. We need to get it now. And then, it starts cascading down. And then you start getting that momentum and people are just doing their thing, right? It's just, it's wild, man. The psychological type things that happen. Over the past 2 years, it has become more and more apparent to me that extremes that I've experienced are not driven in technical analysis, Tim, nor fundamental stuff, right? We hear all the time things talking about going to the moon. And you hear this in space, right. NFTs, all of this. You're hearing extremes of both sides. We're talking about rug pulls. We're talking about going to the moon. That's not where you want to be. You're not in either one of them places, man. Get back into, like I said, I love that we're here building, doing something, creating something for what we know adoption is happening. That other extreme stuff, man, get it out, man. Get away from it. It's just ridiculous. It's not helpful for anything. The majority of the time, we're being driven by behavioral things, right? It really is. Behavioral factors like fear, and other times, to a lesser extent, it's also greed. And the other catalyst sometimes too is obviously manipulation. Tim, we talk about that on a lot of things. You started out like that. Here's one: China booting Bitcoin for the 5th time, right?
Yep.
That's manipulation. Here's another one: regulations, what they call solutions. Right? They say there's always a solution, and it's always them writing some kind of regulation, fixing something. So that's another one that they think that they can have some kind of solution. And the other one was like this Terra, this UST. This was, kind of rough for the entire crypto market. So there are times that this absolutely affects the market, especially crypto that we're in. And this is in everything, right? This is not just crypto all by itself. But these things, there's definitely the emotional factor in it, but also obviously there's other extended things going on. Crypto moves faster. Everything in crypto moves faster. I love that picture. I've seen it too. Going the speed of sound. So it does. Crypto does move very quickly. And it's connected now. Why? Why does it move faster? Because my goodness, we're connected. We're on devices. We're on the computer, social media. Everything amplifies what's going on here. 30 years ago, Tim, when news would occur, it would take days to understand its impact on the market, right? Now it's minutes, and a war that breaks out in Ukraine immediately affects crypto, stocks, Forex, whatever you're in. And it's because all of this stuff, we're so connected. So everything, not just crypto, everything moves faster, but in crypto, everything is kind of magnified because, again, we're still in an emerging market. This is it's not there. It's not mature yet. You don't have, all the hedge funds. You don't have all the banks. You don't have all the governments and all those things and the pension funds. You don't have all that stuff in here yet. So when all that starts happening,
we got to wait for August that to happen.
You gotta wait till August.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that in one of the last shows. Is it Fidelity that I said
Yeah.
got approved to put Bitcoin in the IRAs, and I
Oh
think
yeah.
they're the largest 401k manager company out there. So I think it's something like they have $800 billion of IRA money in there, and you're going to be allowed to put Bitcoin into your IRA, your retirement fund, and they're approved to do that. I think starting in August. So, what do you think? You think there'll be a bump in August?
I think I'm like I said, I'm all confident in what we're doing, right? I
Oh
do.
yeah, I know because we're thinking 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road that
Yes,
the more every little bit we get is great. I don't want to pay my electric bill with my Bitcoin because that's just moves around way too much. That's
sure.
not the way to do it.
Yeah. No, it is, and who really knows? You don't know. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that's going on. It's even world events. That has been happening
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, you just had 2 years of a pandemic. People couldn't go to work. Now you're having a supply chain crisis. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, bro. It's funny, but not don't mean it like that. But
Yeah.
people are dealing with it, and
Hmm.
it's crazy world, man. So yeah, hopefully, I'm thinking. I think summer is good time, end of summer.
Well, when that Fidelity opens up the doors and $800 billion is available to portion into Bitcoin, how much do you think they're going to put in? 5%, 10% into
Right.
Bitcoin?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money
A lot of money.
to start cycling in. There's going to be, I would say, the floor is going to be set by then for sure.
Yeah.
Because other people see that coming. So right now is a nice big dip that we're experiencing right here at the end of May. So you got June, July, and August to start getting in there because then if you're not going to buy the dip, they're going to buy the dip.
They're gonna buy the dip. That's
And
right.
so when that wallet opens up, um, but this is not financial advice. We're
No.
just doing this is all entertainment.
Yeah, we like to talk about it. It's nice, it's good. But this is another thing, and I mean, I know, people know what this is, as the media always says, if it bleeds, it leads.
Oh
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of what's going on, anyways. If fear is a contagion, then when fear hits, it quickly goes viral. Tim,
Yeah.
fear and greed were certainly always prevalent, but outside of large events, the response was smoothed by time and contained within a small universe. And it was like in stocks, it was only made up of investment for professionals. But now a lot of people, whether they're on apps like, there's all kinds of things that you can do, E-Trade and all these different things now.
Yep.
Crypto, you can get in all kinds of different ways. So it's not just investment professionals. Anybody can get into this space. And the bad news, and that's why I kind of pulled this up. This is, do you know what this is, Tim?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's the most popular meme by all time, and this guy's the Brian. It's Bad Luck Brian, Tim. So he's got things like this: dating a blind girl, said she wanted to start seeing other people. It's Bad Luck Brian, man. So a lot of bad news. I mean, bad news travels faster than good news. It really does. So it's weird, but I don't know why people kind of want to live in that stuff, but that's what they do. But it's funny. This poor dude is kind of memed out now, and he just had a crazy looking picture, man. Poor Bad Luck Brian. But it is what it is. Another thing, there is nothing new under sun. This is not anything. It's been going on for this is ingrained in us. It's in our nature, man. That
Right.
that all this stuff. Obviously, I guess for when we were hunters, Tim, we had to run and flight when we were in danger, man. Some lion come out of the bushes, you gotta flight, So
Yep.
fear of flight. So it's kind of ingrained in us. But I'll leave you with this, and we'll kind of wrap it up here. But this is I'm sure everybody knows this. This is George Patton. 20 years before D-Day. And he was a major, George Patton. He smartly pointed out that human nature in soldiers, and I'm sure he meant in all humans, it never changes. And that's why I put that. Never, there's nothing new under the sun. The same thing could be said for traders and investors. The only thing that changed is the timing of our emotions, how we react. Today it occurs faster, like we were talking about, and at times it's more extreme, primarily due to the role of media, social media, all the things that we get into, our emotions, you got to keep those things in check. If you can do that, right? And I mean, I don't mean to get off on some tangent or something like this. And I know this is way different than what we're talking about with financial stuff, but it takes a certain person, man.
Right.
There's only certain people that can really do this and do this under pressure, under stress, under anything like that. And I do. You equate it to certain people like those type of people that ran into buildings like the World Trade Centers, like firemen, that could go into that and try to save people and not worry about themselves, right? And dude, I'm not, like I said, I'm not definitely not equating some investors with people that like that. But and I'll tell you, it's just a quick story too of when I was in the Army. There's people, it's crazy, the type of people. We had a kid. I wish I remember his name because he was wild, man. But I mean, he was that type of person. We when you're in the military, you don't walk around in a gaggle, Tim, right?
Right.
You walk around spread out, at least 5-10 meters apart. You don't walk around in a gaggle. And our drill sergeant, while we're walking, he just popped a grenade and he threw it. He threw it in the middle of our gaggle, right? Well, this guy, crazy guy, wild man, just pushed everybody our way and just laid on it. He dove on it. He dove to save everybody, man.
Yeah.
That is listen, he got chewed out. Number one, he's like, hey, our drill sergeant was hilarious. It was fake, right? It was a fake.
Right.
It still popped, but it didn't pop like it should have.
Right. It wasn't deadly. Right.
It was funny. And he just picked him up. He's like, hey, stupid, why don't you just kick it or, pick it up and throw it or something? Don't die one. But it was funny. All I'm saying is it takes a different type of person, right, for that kind of stuff. And it's the same thing here. Not saying, of course, there's not some, superheroes of people that would go up in 9/11, but that is a different, and you can, a lot of people are, like I said, are born like that, but you can train yourself to kind of, go through that kind of stuff and learn. But yeah, and that's what we're trying to teach you here. It's everything's good. And like I said, cool with us is we're building something. We're all in part of, we know all this stuff. We got a DeFi exchange. You got this with the NFTs. You got a DAO that just launched. You got another coin. You got other things that anybody in our group, all the stuff that's coming. And listen, we know, my goodness, that again, this is just the beginning. I know we've been saying it from the beginning, for 2 years now, but again, we're still there. You talk to other people, Tim, you're going to these events, But,
well, one other saying that I'll add right now is that the one I like is, when people say, oh, you were lucky you got in, when it was early, when ETH was $588, you're lucky. Luck, they say, is when preparation meets opportunity. Yep. And when you're prepared and see the opportunity and take advantage of it, then you're considered lucky. When it's not really luck, you're just ready. You're ready to make that decision. You're ready to, to make it happen. It's not, blind luck is when, oh, it's a great idea. Okay, well, let's do it, and you're not doing your research. Do your own research. One of our favorite sayings, just start doing your homework, and then you'll see the patterns. You'll see what's going on. You'll see that right now on this dip, even though it might dip a little more, someday it's going to come back strong, and you'll be, on top of the world, and somebody's going, oh, you were lucky. You were lucky you bought that dip. And again, we're not saying this is financial advice, but dollar cost averaging. Yeah.
And that is a slide. Well, I didn't have a slide, but I had another window open for that, because that's exactly right, Jordan. Dollar cost averaging.
Yep.
And that's what you do. If you're in this and it's not going anywhere, but you can reposition and kind of instead of you being at whatever, like if you got an Ethereum at $2,800, now you get it here and it drops it down like you got in at 24, 23. So you got to do that and buy the dip.
There it is. Giovanni sauce. They have a name for the dip. It's called Giovanni sauce.
Giovanni. Hey, and it is. We got all awesome spaces. Love that show with FOMO Head and Hat Sack Head. You got all kinds of Will T's. Got one. Happy birthday, Will T.
That's right. Happy birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday, bro. You got the screwballs. They usually have it at 7. The ladies, they got all kinds of spaces that they do. SocialBee Radio. They got the the Wings of Wisdom. like I said, it's incredible, man. Like I said, the group here, you got the geezers in crypto. That's another one that's awesome. And like I said, I'm sorry. I know there's a lot. There's a lot of. I should have brought the calendar, Tim.
Well, it doesn't matter. Pretty soon it's 24 hours a day on
Yes.
crypto_swarm. 24 hours a day. Just pop in there and see what's going on. There'll be different shows all day long, 24 hours a day, starting sometime this weekend or something like that, and then going on into infinity.
Yes, that's it.
Who knows how long it's going to last? We're going to set world record. We're going to stop when Guinness Book of World Records says that's enough.
That's right.
Go on. Nobody's
Too
going to
much
do this for a while, right?
goodness. That's right.
We're gonna start that and just keep on going, and we're gonna broadcast right through the dips, and
Yep.
and bring you back to the tops.
Oh yeah. Yep. And then you got to do it with the team. You got to do it with the community. You got to do it with friends. You got to do it with people you trust. And yeah, that's what like I said, that's why I've always felt blessed to be with a group. Because yeah, I mean, if you're out here alone, of course this is ridiculous, man. You know, you see
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. But if you're not, you can lean on people,
Yeah, well, there's always more people out there, throwing the FUD around. If you get that stuck in your head and you don't have battle buddies and stuff like your friends that are gonna take one on the chin and say, "Let's go, let's keep moving forward, do it for the group, let's keep going." If you have those people around you, you're gonna succeed.
Yep.
And work your way through it, and that's what we have in the bees.
Yep, we do. Yep, very
it's
cool.
It's good stuff. So. Is that it for today, Ray?
Yeah, right on. I mean, I had some other things, but they were just talking about, Elon Musk. I mean, he's not that put a little pause on Twitter. And who knows? Things even like that. Maybe he's trying to get some other people so they can get some stocks a little cheaper because it pushed Twitter stocks down, pushed Doge down. Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Well, man. There's very few things that are up except Bee Honey coin.
Yeah.
Bee Honey token.
Bee Honey up. That's right.
But it's all good. I mean, that's brand new, so that's something different. If you see some FUD, call FUD Busters.
That's right. I like it. Yeah, we got them too. We got good peeps because again, we know when you're solid in what we know is coming, it's good. And like I said, it's neat. Let's see, we're with Richard Swarm. Let's go to Infinity. Yeah, traded my FUD bucket for a FUD dumpster. It is tough though. Hold my nose. That's it.
Buying the dips.
That's it. Good stuff. But yeah, no, I mean, pretty much that's that's a wrap. We are I think we're going to do some spaces tomorrow. We're just going to roll out, give it a little test, and then I think we're off and gone for real Monday. And you're talking maybe 60 days, Tim. Maybe 30 days because we got to get out to Austin.
We'll be out in Austin, but then we're also, and I think the most exciting part of this is that we're going to be covering the auctions that are coming out for bees, SocialBees.io. There'll be auctions of new bees coming out every day for the next 380 days, and that is what I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
And then, of course, to getting out to Austin again, speaking on stage, meeting new people, all that kind of good stuff. We've been in Phoenix, we've been in Miami. And now we're off to Austin, Texas, one of the biggest crypto conventions. So we're going to have 40,000 people out there in Austin that week, going to different events, different parties, different nightlife. I mean, the world is not ending because they're all showing up to Austin for a reason.
Yeah.
They believe in what's going on. They believe in their projects, and we're going to come together. And it's going to seem like, and it's funny because we've said this before, but when you go to those events, you get energized. Yes. And, when all 40,000 people come and descend on Austin and the buzz is happening, we're going to come home with a new invigoration that will, hopefully turn things around if it doesn't turn around before then, and then ride it right back.
Yeah, man.
So it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Austin. And everybody else.
Yep. Yeah. No, and the whole bee family and new peeps, it's I can't wait to see consensus. Like you said, there's going to be a lot of project, a lot of sponsors. What we're going to be at NFT Connect too. It's neat, man. So very
that whole town, all the energy and of course I don't know how many stores or bars or whatever are going to be taking crypto then, but if they're not taking it at the beginning of the week, they're going to want to take it by the end of the week because everybody's going to walk in. Hey, you take crypto and all that kind of stuff. Oh, by the way, I did get my crypto.com credit card.
Oh, you did?
This week. Yeah. So
Hey,
I can move in and out and pay for stuff with my crypto if I want to.
there you
So
go.
that's pretty cool. I was excited about that. We're gonna have to do a credit card a crypto card review show. I think we got to do that one of these days.
Yeah.
But
The
good
one
stuff.
that gives us an affiliate. That's one. No, I'm just
Affiliates, but I mean,
I'm
you
just
stake it. I get free Netflix, free Spotify,
joking.
free Hulu, all for having this card, and that doesn't happen with my
Yeah,
my,
there you go.
walk-in bank card.
Yeah.
I don't get
They
that.
just give you a toaster.
I don't get the toaster anymore.
Toaster.
So I get a pen, free pen, here's a free pen. That's all I get for them.
All good,
But,
bud. Yeah.
actually, that's one of the funniest memes. Like, this is how much your bank loves you, and the pen is chained to the desk. I'll leave it there. That's enough of that. Nobody likes our banter that much.
No, they don't. Yeah, it's all good. No worries, man. I appreciate you.
So
Tim.
I'm just going to make the final announcement that you can find the StreamYard has the QR codes. We're going to leave that there so you can go find that on our YouTube page. Make sure you open up your Opus ID wallet, scan your OS, earn your crypto for the day on your phone. It's amazing to do. I hope that's a StreamYard link.
Yeah,
Let's do.
I
hit the wrong one.
That's
a different show. No, they're not coming in here. The YouTube show. The YouTube one, that's the one you can go to and watch the QR codes go up and down. So check that out. Mind your ass and have a good one. But yeah, that's it. It's Friday happy hour. So go enjoy yourself. I'll see you later, Ray.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll have a good weekend.
Yeah, man. You too. And everybody else. Appreciate y'all. Have a great weekend.
All right. Take care.